Hey, it's Mr. Johns. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 24. Um, as I was loading up the game, I realized that I had an achievement for passing a certain number of training missions, which I've really just barely started. I have my private pilot's license, and I'm almost ready to get my commercial pilot's license. I just have to take the test, which is what we are doing here today. But it said that only 10.4%, so roughly 10% of people who have played this game have as much training as I do, which kind of blew me away. The whole point, look at how beautiful this game is. The whole point of this game is to get licensed so you can do all these. It's built around the profession. The career mode is really the thing. And the game came out November 19th, 2024, so almost 6 months ago. Um, So what that tells me is that people are playing it just to fly, using it like all previous versions of the game, which is just to fly from point A to point B and cruise around. Um, so that surprises me quite a bit. If I'm reading that correctly, look at how beautiful this is. I could watch this intro. And do I have a choice? No, because it's loading. I could watch this every time instead of doing something else for 5 minutes. Now, load times are a bit slow um, because the graphics are amazing. And even on a really good gaming system like mine, it still takes some time. It's loading so much data, visual, graphical data. But man, look at that. You can do all these things. That's what I think blows me away every time I see this. Like, I can do all of these things and go all of these places. I could recreate these exact situations and more and thousands of more. So just so cool. So interesting. I guess I'm a little surprised again that people aren't simply let me grab my joystick. Simply aren't getting licensed. You can't do the missions without the license. You can't. So I can't even qualify. I don't qualify for any commercial flights at this point until I pass. There we go. It's loaded. Until I pass the commercial. So I'm in career mode. So there are all kinds of other things. So I guess that tells me people are taking photos and they're doing these activities and there's maybe joining the challenge league. Maybe they're just flying around. So 10%, 10%. And I'm not even fully licensed. I only have one of, I don't know how many, a dozen maybe. So what I want to do is look into pilots, my commercial pilot's license. And I have done all of this training. I have a C and then a C in trim management, a C in departure, a B in dead reckoning, an A in landmark navigation, a B in arrival, a C in my first solo. I do need to spend 2,500 credits to take this exam, and this is not a, oh, good. It's a one-time payment. I can retry it for free at any time. So that is a relief. Now, this is not a sit down and answer some questions test. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is what I'm doing. Taking off, initial climb, downwind, long final entry, a final, and landing. Now, that seems pretty simple, but you have to meet their requirements of altitude and speed and listening to them the whole time. So I'll have to complete a new check ride consisting of a cross-country flight between Van Nuys and Bob Hope airports in Los Angeles County. If you need further information, today's flight plan between KVNY and KBUR has already been loaded into your aircraft's glass cockpit. Proper ATC interactions are expected to be performed throughout the flight. Now, I am flying at the most basic, easiest level in the game. You can set it up so you have to actually talk to traffic control, all that stuff. I am hoping I don't have to do that. I haven't gone through any training for that, so I'm thinking I just have to verify when they ask me to do certain things. I have to verify that. So this is my commercial pilot license test, and once I pass, may not be this time, but once I pass, I can start actually making money on flights all over the world, which I'm super excited. I probably won't just do the free ones in Hawaii. I want to make money on every flight. So that goes into my bank account. So eventually I can buy my own airplane instead of just renting one or leasing one. And I can start my own company. And my company can do whatever I want to do as a pilot. That is pretty exciting. So I could see down the road, if I play this long enough, and I hope I will, that I would have a helicopter, I would have an airline, I would have a bush airplane, and I could do just all kinds of things, which would be super cool. So here we are. All right, that's right. We have to pre-flight. So we're gonna go through all this. I still find this a little bit hard with my joystick, but I'm trying to do it all with my joystick. So remove that and remove that. Remove the pilot's cover. Oh, the port cover. And oh, do I have to open the baggage? No, I don't have to open the baggage door, do I? No. It's flashing. Maybe I do. Let's see. Open and close it. I don't know. I don't think I had to do that. So let's LB plus B to enter the aircraft. All right, so RB plus down to complete the startup procedure, which I don't want to skip. I want to get full credit for everything I do today.
Welcome to your CPL check ride, the last stop on your way to become a true professional pilot.
Let's go.
For this check ride, you will complete a cross-country flight through Los Angeles County, taking off from Van Nuys Airport and then landing at Bob Hope Airport. You can start when you are ready.
I'm a bit nervous, I have to say. Every flight, I'm nervous. So,
Van
okay.
Nuys Ground Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra with Oscar request
Asking
taxi
for clearance.
for takeoff, east departure.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra taxi to and hold short of runway 16 or via taxiway Alpha 1 Charlie. Contact tower on 120. 2 when ready.
Okay, clearance is approved. And acknowledge.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 16 are using taxiway Alpha 1 Charlie Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
So here's where I have to remember to steer with my rudder. Don't go too fast. Keep it under control. Otherwise, it can take off. I mean, it can get away from you. Driving an airplane on the ground is different, for sure. So we're just going to make sure we take it super easy here. Remembering that B is slow down, X is brake, A is throttle, and this is where we're going to stop up here. So I'm going to put it down to throttle speed. Going to tap the brake a couple times, and we're just going to come right up here and stop. Okay. So hold X to brake and stop at hold short. That's what we're doing now. Requesting takeoff clearance.
Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra ready at runway 16 or departure to the east. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra altimeter.
And holding my foot on the brake, my thumb actually on the brake. Press to acknowledge takeoff clearance. I am super thankful for those mission steps. I live by those. So enter runway. So we're going to give it just a little throttle. Remember that we're steering with our rudder. Takes a little bit of inertia, a little bit of power to get the momentum going. We're going to enter runway 16 are. Okay, is it this one? Must be. I didn't have any blue arrows to help me out here. And it just tells me to take off. So I am good. I don't have to stop. We're going to go ahead and power up. Full power ahead. Looking off into the distance at my initial climb checkpoint. And so once I hit about 65, 70 knots, I'm going to slowly pull back. No reason to rush. Here we go. Just nice and easy. Make sure you don't let off so you don't bounce on the runway. So next up, we need to climb to 1500. That is awesome. I think the thrill for me here is that I hate flying.
Cessna X-ray Golf. Sierra continue for east departure.
Acknowledge.
Van Nuys Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra continue for east departure.
Here we go. We should be right about 1500 fair feet. Now, feet. Let's really pay attention here. So we're going to reach the crosswind end. We're going to climb to 1900. We're still not at 1900, so let's go until that turns green. There we go. Okay, reach long final entry. So at this point, let's make sure that we maintain 1900. Don't climb too high. This is my test, after all. I don't want to miss any points that I can get. Now my phone is ringing off to the side. If you can hear that, you probably can't, but just like when I'm driving a car, I am ignoring it. I will catch it later. Okay, so I am way above 1900. I need to come down a bit. Let me drop my speed just a touch and drop. Even though it says I'm still maintaining, I guess, above 1900 feet, but I'm at 2300. So, all right, all I have to do here is reach the final entry, which I did. Hey, so far this has been easier than my solo. I do know that I usually come in way too fast, so I need to acknowledge.
Van Nuys Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra frequency change.
Okay. Okay. So land on the runway and then press to announce full stop landing. I don't think I can do that now. I can try it, see what happens.
Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray
Okay.
Golf Sierra is 4 miles west, 2,000 feet with India to land.
So I went ahead and just requested a full stop on the runway, and it gave me approval. So I am going exactly. I'm going to acknowledge that too. That's communication with the tower, and in the past I've lost a few points for not communicating. So I want to make sure that I respond and acknowledge to every single thing that it tells me. Now I usually come in too fast, like I said, and I want to be going about 65 knots.
Clear to land runway 8 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
I love how there's traffic on the freeway. Buildings are 3D for the most part, or look like they are. Still going about 76 knots. My hand's completely off the controller here. Just coming in for a nice, smooth, floating landing. Dropping past 65 knots. That's excellent. So I want to come in just for a real smooth and slow landing.
500.
Okay, there we go. I'm going to move over to the right just a little bit and get lined up a little straighter. I might bring my engine up just a little bit so I have some power. I don't want to be complete.
Stalled.
Yeah, that's why. I don't want to be completely a glider because you will stall if you're below your speed. So this is pretty slow, but I'd like to take it as slow as I can, all the way down. Look at that. Now I'm going to cut my power. I can just be a glider here. Nice. Okay, so we're going to come in as if we were going to land, but right before we land, we're going to flare up a little bit and then drop it down. We're going to press the B key. We're going to tap it, not so we don't slam nose down. So we're going to bring our speed down.
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra, turn next taxiway.
Okay, there we go. We need to get this thing under control for that nice turn there. There we go. Now hand off the brake here. Now I'm just coasting speed. And I may need just a little bit of help. Turn my speed up just a bit. Remember, turning with the rudder. And we're going to stop at hold short. And it's probably going to have me park. This is just the hold short.
Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra, contact ground on 1-2 tree. Niner.
Okay, we're going to acknowledge that.
Niner Cessna X-Ray Golf
And
Sierra.
brake. Oh, not, no, a little more, a little more. Go forward just a little bit. There we go. Okay, throttle off, brake on, hold short, press to request taxi to parking, which I don't know where it is yet. It looks like I would be guessing it's probably going to be right there in front of me to the left.
Sierra X-Ray Golf, Sierra Taxi to General Aviation, parking using taxiway Delta 7.
But this is like a little road system here, so I have to get permission.
Parking via taxiway Delta 7 Cessna X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Okay, I'm going to increase our speed just to get it going again. We always want to check anyway, cross traffic, left, right, left. We're going to cross the road. And you can see our destination right here in this parking lot. Remember, we're turning with our rudder. Airplanes in the vicinity and people. So we're going to be careful there. I don't have to go exactly where the blue arrows are so I can miss those airplanes. It's just showing me I should be following the yellow line. Okay, turning with rudder into the parking stand. I feel really good about that test. No surprises, nothing exciting, and that's exactly what should happen. Okay, throttle off, brake on, and we park. So RB to X, RB and X is to set the parking brake. RB and down is to initiate shutdown procedure. You do have to hold it. There we go. And that will turn off the engine and all the battery, electronics. Yes.
But there's still a bit of room for improvement.
I get it. Always room for improvement, but I felt pretty strong about that. One of my best flights. So respect the cruise altitude. Not so much, 56%. So I think that was at the beginning. I don't know. Respect the flight plan. You bet. 98. Respect the taxi path. I guess I did lose some points for not being exactly where I was supposed to be. I was just saying, hey, you don't have to. Maybe you do have to. Plane handling, 100%. That is probably the thing I'm most proud of because I've struggled a bit. But that was a smooth flight. Excellent aviator performances, 100%. I got a B overall. Let's see what happens here. So send me back to the headquarters. All right, I have passed. It allows me to fly an airplane for financial compensation and embark on my journey as a professional pilot across a wide variety of activities. And so That is super cool. It just opens up the game.
Congratulations. Now you're able to
Um,
earn money for completing missions.
yeah, absolutely. So you can see I can do so many other things. I do have to get endorsed here. So I can't just go do these things. And some of these are still locked. So I have to work my way kind of through this. Things on the right are a helicopter, things on the left are an airplane. And I just think that's absolutely super cool. And that is what I was working for. So I feel good about that. Really excited. If you haven't played this game, I think the career mode is what makes it. The graphics and the flying from place to place is fun, but there's purpose. There's purpose, and for me, that's just. I think I made a good decision. I almost didn't buy this because I have the Microsoft 2020 flight simulator that has so much to it as well, but not. It's not at all what this game is. So I think it was a good decision to pick this up. And if you haven't made that decision yourself and you have the opportunity to, I highly recommend it. I think it's it's a super fun way to play with airplanes and learn more about aviation. Um, so thanks for joining me. Come back and uh, visit with me again. We will do a first flight for money. I don't even know what I can do. So we'll open up the map and we'll see what's available, see where in the world we'll head off to. So I'll catch you then. For now, though, Mr. Johns is out.